Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Harshita, please tell us about your journey so far.
So, I'm Dr. Harshita Singh and I'm a dentist by profession. And I completed my graduation from ESIC Dental College. Post that, I prepared for Masters in Hospital Administration for a year, during which I got to know about Civil Services examination. That is my journey, sir, so far.
Why do you want to give up a profession where it is certain that you can probably retire as somebody who owns her own clinic? Why do you want to jump into this uncertainty of the UPSC?
So, indeed, dentistry could provide me that, but sir, as we are moving towards Amritkal and we are aspiring to become a developed country, I want to be part of it. I want to be part of the group.
You won't be a part of it if you are a dental
No,
scientist.
sir, in that way, I would be a part of it, but then my scope would be limited to just healthcare.
Okay. Tell me 3 highlights of the National Health Policy and when was it promulgated, the last National Health Policy? In which year?
So, if my memory is serving me right, it was year 2017.
That's right.
And so, highlights. So, there was a component of insurance, health insurance, and the rest I am unable to recollect. So.
Was there anything about raising the funding of healthcare? Are you aware?
So, in that particular policy, I am not aware, but there are general discussions about increasing the healthcare spend.
It was there in the policy also. Please go through that policy.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
What do you understand by POXO?
So, POXO is the prevention of offences against children.
Prevention?
Sexual
Is it prevention?
prohibition.
It's not prohibition, it's not prevention. Can you think of any other thing it could be? It is protection.
Okay, sir.
Protection of Children
Against sexual offences.
Act. Right. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. Okay. After the Nirbhaya incident, there was a very important amendment to the JJ Act. Are you aware of that? What was that amendment?
So, I think it was the amendment to the age of the offender or the culprit. The age was brought down from 18 to 16. The minor age.
For all kind of crimes.
I think, sir, it was limited to heinous crimes, but I will look.
Yes, it was limited to heinous crimes. You are right. And what is the definition of heinous crime?
So, I will read about it. Sir.
Okay. When who carried out the first heart transplant? Name the
Sorry, sir,
doctor.
I am not aware of it.
And which was the first animal to be cloned?
So, it was Dolly the sheep.
Dolly the sheep. Right. Okay. You are fond of Sudoku.
Yes.
Who popularized Sudoku?
So, it was a Japanese
Yes. What
person
was
who has recently died, but
yes.
I'm
What is his
unable
name?
I am unable to recollect his name, sir.
Okay. Tell me about 5 emerging technologies which can, reshape the way we live. 5 emerging technologies.
So, one is artificial intelligence.
Right.
Then there is Internet of Things.
IoT. Right.
Then there is GPS, sir.
GPS is
Global
old
positioning.
now. That is old. I am talking of emerging technologies.
So, machine learning is there.
Okay, that's AI again. Okay. And what else? Anything in the medical sphere?
So, it is the laser technologies in the dental sphere. in medical I'll have to read. So
Okay, thank you.
thank you, sir.
Harshita, I'll start with your extracurricular interest.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned you were crowned Miss ESIC, national level competition.
Yes, sir.
Who was the first Miss World from India?
So it was Dr. Rita
Faria.
Faria.
Right. And who was the last?
So it is again Dr. Manushi Chillar.
So, is there a link between medical background and these competitions?
So it only shows that beauty with brains wins.
That was a good one. Why do you want to switch over from medicine to civil services?
So medical was lucrative in its approach, that it gave me the ability to heal others. But sir, it was limited to healthcare, sir. I wanted to work on a larger platform where I have the authority to direct an outcome, and so that I can see the impact on innumerable lives rather than just limiting my scope to patients.
Supposing you are posted as a DC in a district in Delhi, right? What would be your 3 priorities?
So my first priority would be the sanitation, sir. There is, because of the increased urbanization in Delhi, there is issues of water pollution, air pollution, noise pollution. So in that aspect, hygiene and sanitation can be implemented, better hygiene and sanitation. Second would be, sir, transportation, and third would be the education, sir. But sir, it is in Delhi district, so I cannot think of anything else right now.
What is more relevant, law and order, peace, or development?
So can I take a moment?
Yes.
So I think development, because it ensures both law and order as well as peace.
Is it? Or is it the other way around? If there is no law and order, is development possible?
So you have given me an insight to think about. Yes, sir. But I said the said answer because so if there is a holistic development, it reduces the chance of law and order situation and also maintains peace.
What are the main tenets which Chanakya has elucidated for governance?
So he elucidated Raj Dharma, and the prosperity of king lies in the prosperity of people.
4 tenets.
I am unable to recollect, sir.
Okay. My final question to you is again regarding your extracurricular scrapbooking. What is it about?
So in scrapbooking, I preserve the highlights of my life in a form of photo, and I arrange them in a scrapbook. So that is scrapbooking, and it helps me to revisit my happy moments in life.
How does it help as far as your civil administration is concerned?
So even in civil administration, one is needed to look back in order to plan further. So in that aspect, sir, scrapbooking helps me to see where I have come from, and it only motivates me to go further.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Harshita,
Yes, sir.
if I did not hear you wrong, you said you want to be in a position of authority to direct an outcome.
Yes, sir.
So it is same wherever you are. You are head of the department of dental sciences in a medical college. You have that authority to direct an outcome. You don't need to be an IRS officer or IAS officer or an IPS officer for that. So if you are coming to these services, there should be some other motive as well.
Yes, sir. There were positions that gave me that position, but sir, it was again limited to healthcare. And when I interacted with patients, I realized that even despite giving them best of the dental treatment, they were not happy.
Not
And that,
happy.
That impacted
You
me.
will face that problem in district magistrate and superintendent of police.
Sir, I believe as a civil servant, I had a larger scope, and I can
you will be working on a larger platform, bigger platform.
So there are chances to work in different departments as well. So there are deputations.
But don't you think that this is an era of expertise? Do you think things like AI could have been done by more broad-based persons? This needs focused expertise, absolutely focused expertise.
So I believe we need a mix
Same
of both.
in the medical sciences, same everywhere. You cannot run a bullet train by being a broad-based professional.
Yes, sir. Specialists are indeed important part of the society, and we do need them, but not at the expense of generalists, sir.
Not at the
Expense of generalists.
at the expense,
So because if
or the reverse is more true.
so if everybody is
Okay,
aspiring to
fine.
be,
Harshita, what is this ESIC?
so it is Employees State Insurance Corporation. Employees State Insurance Corporation.
Insurance
Yes, sir.
Corporation. Okay, so you were associated with ESIC?
Yes, sir. I studied in ESIC Dental College.
ESIC Dental College.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so fine. Now I understand it. So what is this denture marathon?
So denture is a set of teeth that we give to an edentulous patient. Edentulous
I
patient
know
is one.
denture, but denture marathon.
Yes, sir. So, sir, complete denture takes around 5 to 7 days, if not more, to be fabricated. But sir, in
Okay.
this competition, we were given a limited time. That is
Okay.
3 days time, and we had to work day and night to fabricate the
Marathon,
denture.
non-stop. You have to complete
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes.
Working non-stop.
Yes, sir.
Hence it is a marathon.
Yes.
Otherwise, what is a marathon?
Sir, it is a long race where you
Long
don't.
race. How long?
So I guess it depends upon the.
No, it does not depend upon this. There is a standard. So how long is a marathon?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
42 kilometers.
Okay, thank you,
Fine. So one who is running marathon will run non-stop for 42 kilometers. Your subject was agriculture. Why you switched to agriculture?
So it was a revelation for me as well. I realized that I liked reading about agriculture when I was preparing for the exam, and it was only after time that I realized it's important.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Now tell me, why does in India agriculture is not a remunerative profession? Farmers are never happy with what they get back.
So because in agriculture, we are not implying the SWOT analysis. We are not playing on our strength, and there are various factors for that, sir. There is no adoption of there is little adoption of climate smart agriculture. then we are not moving towards crop diversification. So far we have not moved after the
The
green.
problem is with the farmers. Others are free of guilt.
No, sir. It is because of the farmers. It is because of the lack of proper implementation of the policies. It is because of the market supply chain disruptions as well.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
You mentioned something called Amrit Kal.
Yes.
What exactly is that?
So in Amrit Kal, it is the 100 years of our independence that will be in 2047, and we are aspiring to be a developed country by then.
Aren't we already developed?
So we are moving towards being a developed
So are we
country.
underdeveloped?
So we are still developing. We are work in a progress.
Okay. We were earlier called a third world country. What's the third world?
So, sir, it was a distinction between the Western world and the developing countries, where the first two blocks belong to the erstwhile USSR and the America.
If there was a first world and a third world, there had to be a second world somewhere.
Yes, sir, the first two worlds belong to erstwhile USSR and other one to the America.
Which was the first and which was the second?
So it was America, then USSR, then the third world countries.
Say that.
Yes.
Now, beauty contests, beauty pageants. I have a feeling from whatever little I've seen, they seem to have a standardized idea of beauty. Do you think they have standardized beauty as a concept?
So they indeed have, and this is a very sad state of affairs. However, sir, I would like to mention that the competition which I participated in was not a beauty pageant but a personality pageant. And
Fair enough.
I do believe that they have a very narrow concept of beauty, and it is high time that these pageants, they ponder upon the parameters and do away with the unrealistic parameters. Because sir, these kind of things lead to misconception about perfection. It leads to depression, mental health issues, and eating disorders as well. So
Miss World, Miss Universe, etc. are more of beauty pageants and less of personality pageants. Is that what you are saying?
so they have been criticized for being more of a beauty pageant.
What do you think?
So there are certain things that highlight they are more of a beauty pageant. For example, sir, there is a swimsuit round, which I believe it only qualifies for a perfection in a body, that is outer perfection, and it has less to do with intellect and personality.
What about Miss Femina India?
So even they have such a round, not the swimsuit round, but they have a costume round.
No, you talked about, I think one of us talked about artificial intelligence. I think you did.
Yes.
Do you think a time will come we'll be looking at artificial emotion?
So with the pace that the AI is generating importance, I don't think that future is very far where we will be looking at it.
So how will you define artificial emotion?
So it is an advancement in AI, as per my understanding, that when the machines will have an emotional component in it.
So will machines fall in love with humans?
So with emotions, there is a possibility.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Harshita,
Yes, sir.
you studied from Lady Irwin College. Who was Lady Irwin?
So Lady Irwin was the viceroy of the then Lord Irwin, who was the viceroy of India from 1926 to 1931.
Okay, tell me about this culture of women carrying their husband's last name. Is there a law?
So I don't think there is a law, or maybe I never thought of it in that way. But I personally, I do not support it. Because a person's name is his or her identity, And if the husband is not pushed to change his name, why a woman should be changing her name?
The woman should not change the name. That's what you're saying.
So because it is a part of your identity, that's why I'm saying that.
What about the next generation, the children? Which name they should carry? The husband's name or the mother's name?
I think there should be a freedom. Whatever you want to choose, you can.
Okay. Harshita, coming to Delhi, and the water quality in Delhi, it's often in news. What kind of problem it creates?
So,
Water quality in Delhi
Yes.
is often in news.
Yes,
And
sir.
you are from Delhi.
yes, sir.
What kind of problem it creates?
So, water is consumed by everyone, and the contamination with the heavy metals, it does not only have oral implications, but it has systemic manifestations as well. It impacts the overall health. And so, we can have sewage treatment plants, although we have it, but they are not working at their full capacity. So, in that aspect, we can also put the limit on the industrial effluent being discharged in the Yamuna. It was like Yamuna is only 1.6 kilometer in Delhi, but 80% of the pollution is contributed by Delhi. So there we can have a limit. We can check the discharge. And so there is circular economy in the water usage as well, wherein there are certain malls which are reusing their waste water, purifying it and using it for other purposes. So these are the things that we can incorporate.
Okay, what's this issue with the LG and Delhi CM? It's always in news.
So Delhi being the UT, Union Territory, 3 subjects are under the direct supervision of centre. That is public, police and
Public order.
public order, police and land. And there are certain issues with the power. There is a power tussle between Chief Minister of Delhi and Lieutenant Governor. And recently there has been ordinance to change this power equation, wherein the governor has been given the power over services. So this is the issue, sir.
Okay, my last question. Do you think Delhi should be given full statehood?
So I believe Delhi is the capital of our country, and it is the power capital as well. So rather than giving full statehood, there needs to be central presence, and certain area of Delhi, which is New Delhi, can remain with the centre, the power authority there of the centre, and rest can be thought of, if at all it is the preposition by the population.
Okay, thank you.
First of all, how did you do? What is your assessment of your performance today?
So I think I was in a rush to answer the question rather than understanding the question well, and it sometimes went haywire where the thoughts were coming later and I was uttering words beforehand, and there were some issues with the current affairs as well.
How many marks will you give yourself out of 275?
So it's a difficult spot to be in.
Yes, but you have to answer.
So I would stick to my last times marks, 160, 165.
You got 165?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I feel is that you have to prepare on the health aspect much more. Please read up the National Health Policy, for instance, the Medical Commission Bill, the Act, which is now an Act.
Yes, sir.
How is it different from the Medical Council? Things like that you could be asked, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are able to answer on the first level, but once one goes a bit, like I asked, what are heinous crimes? That is where you flounder. Or when you were asked about the length of a marathon, so go beyond your
First
You
level
know,
of question.
go to the next level.
Yes.
For instance, marathon. Do you know what marathon is named after? It is a place in Greece. So go into the depths, and you'll do well because you have today also you did reasonably well, I felt, and you have the confidence, you have the articulation. So when is your interview?
So it is on 16th Feb.
16th Feb. So best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
My colleagues would like to.
Nothing in particular, just as has been rightly pointed out, first level of answering is good, but you have to go beyond that,
Yes,
right? So brush up on some current events and policies.
yes. Thank you,
All
sir.
the best.
You assessed yourself very rightly. Take a pause before you answer.
Yes, sir.
2-3 second pause. If things are not clear in your mind, then you shake some time, say, "Wait, I have 5-10 seconds." Use this time to prioritize, frame your answer, outlines, and prioritize what you are going to say first.
Yes.
जो ज़्यादा ज़रूरी चीज़ है उसको पहले बोलो, जो ज़्यादा रेलेवेंट है, ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. Like that farmers issue, your agriculture was your option. The weakest link is marketing. There are too many middlemen. Think of apple from the garden in Kashmir to retailer in
Southern state.
CP cannot place. So think of how many middlemen are there. So they all are having their share of profit.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, because there are so many persons to have their share, the grower gets less than what he should get, he or she should get. So I am giving this to sensitize you on the point that if there are 4 or 5 points which you have to say, you should be able to say more important first.
Yes.
Because what you say first will be registered better. So what you say toward the trailing end of your answer may not get registered. Okay.
Yes.
Rest things are okay with you. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
I think you're quite good. Personally, I think you are in the 180 plus bracket. Small issues that everybody has pointed out, just take care of that.
Yes.
Great personality, you talk very well, you come across very well. I think if you take care of this, you're definitely 180 to 200 bracket, for sure.
Okay, sir. Thank
Work
you, sir.
on a current affair, that's it.
Nothing is good.
Everything is covered.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All the
All the best.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
You have any questions?
You want to ask me?
No, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You have to greet just the chair and thank the chair.
Okay.
Your wife, not us.
No, not individually. Okay. It's covered.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. All the best.